welcome back to Tradingofftilt. I'm Ryan. In this video, we're going to be going over my daily update on Bitcoin, and there's not really a whole lot I want to go into in this video because not a lot has changed since yesterday. So if you haven't seen my daily update yesterday, I'd recommend to go watch that before you watch this, because I kind of go into what I'm looking at. I'll give you guys more context for what we're looking at in the long term in terms of the running triangle and other accounts we could be going off of. So I'll give you guys a brief update on what we're looking at, and we're still looking for the ABC, for this to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this to be the wave A. That makes the most sense for me. And then coming down, we get an ABC for SO. We can delete these trend lines that we don't need them. This would be an ABC zigzag down here for this wave B. And then we're coming up here for a wave C, and I think we're most likely still in a wave 4, which I'm going to get into later. But this is all going to be part of that running triangle like I mentioned yesterday. So we have the same targets to the upside. The first target we're going to be looking for is the 1 to 1, and that's actually going to line up with this range point of control, or this order block point of control right here. I'll show you guys real quick. If we pull a fixed range from the beginning of the range to the end, or the order block, whatever you want to call it, then you get 41.1K for the point of control, which actually lines up perfectly with this 1 to 1. That's going to be a pretty good level to be looking out for to the upside. That could top out this wave 5 right here and this wave C. We have to wait and see, but that's going to be my first target to be looking for to the upside, like I mentioned yesterday. And then additionally, above that, we could be looking for some other levels that are slightly above that level. That would include these volume levels right here. That would be a monthly naked point of control. That would be a pretty strong level to be looking out for if we come above the 1 to 1. And above that, we have a weekly level around 50.7K, I believe, which actually lines up with this naked point of control right here. So we have some levels to look for to the upside. The first one I'm going to be looking for, as I mentioned, is the 1 to 1. But above that, we have this monthly naked point of control, and then we have this weekly level. Now, if we get above this weekly level, I'll be looking for the 1.618. So that's actually going to be lining up pretty nicely with this golden pocket. Take it from this high to this low right here. You could get a golden pocket that actually lines up pretty nicely with this 1.618. So that would be a very strong level. If we do come above this weekly level, in the case of that this might be an extended fifth wave, then we might end up coming into this 1.618 and into the golden pocket to top out for the C wave. So that's generally what I'm looking for. Nothing has really changed as of today compared to what I went over yesterday. So that's mainly what I'm looking at. Now I'm going to zoom in and show you guys what we could be looking at in this section right here. Now keep in mind, this still could be an ABC. We haven't taken out the top of this wave C, so this can still be a 1, 2. But as I mentioned yesterday, the volume on this move up is actually higher than the move on the way down. So that tells me this move right here is more impulsive, and this move here is more corrective. So I'm not as inclined to count this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You also don't really get very much alternation between the 2 and the 4. You get kind of, well, I guess you could say this is a flat in the wave 4. It's not a very nice flat, but it is possible. So I guess you could say you get some alternation in the 2 and the 4. Excuse me, but I don't think it is that likely. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4 given the volume profile. Does not really show a lot of volume into these lows right here, and you get more volume off these lows than you get going into them. So that indicates that this is not corrective to me. This is going to be more impulsive. Well, I guess if you're calling this all an ABC, then in a larger degree, it is corrective, but within a smaller subdegree, then it's more a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is still a count we need to keep in mind because we haven't come beyond the end of this wave C to invalidate this being a 1, 2. However, like I mentioned, it's not that likely. I'm more inclined to go off this count right here. So going off this count, what we could be looking at in this section would be this being a 1, 2, 3, 4. That would look a little bit like this. So let's go ahead and zoom in. I'm going to delete this brush tool. Let's go to the 15-minute chart. And what we're looking at is a wave 1 as so, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ending in an ending diagonal. This would be an ABC for a zigzag. This would be putting this wave 2. Then we come up for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for this wave 3. And yesterday I was planning for us to come into this 1 to 1, and we actually came exactly into the same level that I was giving you guys yesterday. But I was looking for something a little bit different. I was looking for this to be an A, this to be a B, as so. Then for us to be coming down for a C. However, we bounced right here. We came up like this, and then we came back down. So what I'm looking at now in terms of the local price count, or rather in terms of the local Elliott wave count, is for this to all be a wave A. And if we zoom into the 5-minute chart, I usually don't like to go too much below the 15-minute chart, but just to show you guys what we could be looking at for this wave A, we could be counting this down for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for this wave A. This could be an expanded flat for A, B, C for the wave B, and this could be a wave C to give us a zigzag for this wave A right here. Now we come up for a wave B for an A, B, C. This could all be a zigzag for an A, B, C as so, and that would be putting in this wave B up an expanded flat. So to clarify, this is all going to be an expanded flat where this is the wave A, this is the wave B, and this is the wave C. Now we didn't come off the highs in an impulse. We actually came off the highs in more of a zigzag, more of a three-wave structure for an A, B, C. So what we have to do to count this as a proper C wave, as a proper 5-wave move to give us the C wave of a flat, is saying this is all a diagonal for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's not perfect, but we are on the lower time frames, so you're not always going to get perfect structures, but we can get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to give us the wave C of a flat, and that would mean that this would probably be putting in this wave 4. And I kind of like this because it gives us alternation between the 1 and the 2, or rather between the 2 and the 4. So we get a zigzag in the wave 2, which is very typical of a wave 2, and we get a flat in the wave 4, which is very typical of wave 4. For wave 4s, you tend to get flats and triangles quite often. For wave 2s, you tend to get zigzags quite often. So that makes a lot of sense that this would be a flat here, and this would be a zigzag right here. So I think it could actually be possible that we put in this wave C and we ended this wave 4 right here at these lows. And we kind of got an impulsive move off the lows for this could be a potential wave 1. We could have come down for wave 2, and we could be coming up for wave 3 as so. We kind of have to give it a little bit more time to play out and see what happens. But it is possible for us to say this wave 4 was put in right here to complete this wave C. In another count we could be looking at, now I think this count is probably the most preferable count we could be going off of. If you guys have better counts, feel free to share in the Discord link down below in the description. However, another count we could be going off of is the local expanding triangle, which would look a little bit like this. Now we could get an A, B, C down here for the A wave, as so. A, B, C up for the B wave. We might be able to force an A, B, C down here for the C wave. This would probably be a W, X, Y. Like I mentioned, because since this is not an impulse right here, this would probably be a W here, X here, this would be a Y here. So this would probably be a double zigzag of some sort. A, B, C, wave W, A, B, C, wave X, A, B, C, wave Y. That's probably how we would have to count it. Now, in theory, we're going to be coming up for another zigzag for a WX, rather for an ABC, as so. However, like I mentioned, I think the flat count is a little bit more likely, but if we do happen to come up here, and this is perhaps a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we get a pullback, another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into this trend line or around this trend line, and then get a rejection. That's going to give us an indication that this could actually be the correct count. This could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rather, this could be a B, C, D, and we could be coming down for the E wave for an A, B, C. That's what we need to be looking out for, but like I mentioned, it's not really that likely. I'm going to be more inclined to go off the flat count, and if we do end up impulsing up here like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'm going to probably consider that to be more likely the wave 5. If we are considering this the wave 3, 4, this is probably going to be the first of the 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, third of the 5, down for the 4th, up for the 5th. Hey guys, I just wanted to pause the video real quick to mention that we do have a Discord server now. The link is in the description. It would be great to see you guys on over here to see your guys' Elliott wave counts, your analysis, your price targets, the upside and the downside. And I'm also sharing my analysis over here. So if you guys want to see all that, if you want to participate, that would be great to see you guys on over here to get some more active discussions. And also, I am doing one-on-one coaching now. So if you want to have a session with me, then you can contact me through my email down below in the description, tradingofftilt@gmail.com. And yeah, let's get back in the video. Now, if we do fall below this order block or this range right here, more specifically this monthly level or this weekly level right here, then unless we get a swing failure pattern of the weekly level like this, we just kind of pop down and then come back up, then I'm going to be expecting us to come down to this order block right here, like you guys know if you watched my daily update yesterday, because we just don't have any volume support built up in this section right here. So logic just kind of tells me that the next level of support we're going to be finding is going to be all the way down here, where we do have volume support down here if we fall below this weekly level here. So we can imagine perhaps we might fall below the weekly level, come back to back test it, and then come back down to this support right here. and then get a bounce. Now, if this doesn't act as support down here, and we end up falling all the way down to the next level of volume support down here, then that's going to mean one of two things. That's either going to mean this is all an A, B, C up into this high right here, and then we're going to be impulsing down from here for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to delete some brush tools to make it a little bit cleaner. I'm just going to delete them all for now. So that could either mean this is all an A, B, C up into this high. We're going to be coming down for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe up for a 2, then down for a 3, 4, 5. However, it could also mean that this is simply the first wave 1 of the wave 3, in which case this is a wave 1 here, this is a 2 here, this is a 3. Well, this is all part of a 3. However, it's going to be the first wave 1 of the wave 3, where this could be a 1, 2, if we come into this support right here, 3, 4, 5. That's because this can't be a valid wave 4 if it overlaps this wave 1, which it would do if we came down here. So that would mean it would have to be either an impulse wave where we're going to keep going down, or it would have to be the first wave 1 of the wave 3 in the case that we get an extended wave 3. That's what we would be looking at if we did happen to come below these order blocks right here, and we came into the price territory of this wave 1. So what we could be looking at aside from Elliott waves, if we zoom into this section right here, let's hide the triangle. So we could actually treat this whole area of price action as a range, which would look a little bit like this. If we pull a fixed range volume profile from the beginning of the range to the end, then we could identify a value area high, which is going to act as resistance to the upside, and we could identify a value area low, which is going to act as support. So we're actually coming into this value area low right now. We may get a bounce right around it, but we came down pretty sharply, so I would not recommend taking a long down here because we actually came down pretty sharply on increasing volume. So that's not very indicative of this being, a corrective weak move, and we're probably just going to bounce up here as so. It's possible, but, we have to go up probabilities. I think it's more likely we may get, some consolidation around here. And then once we come down to this weekly level, we're really going to want to be looking at the volume and kind of looking at the wave structure to see if this is more impulsive or corrective to give us an indication of whether, a trade off this weekly level is going to be a good idea. Like I mentioned, we don't want to lose this weekly level because if we do, we could imagine us coming all the way down here. So that's going to be a strong level to be looking out for to the downside. Now to the upside, we also have a daily level right here, right above this golden pocket. So this golden pocket would be taken from the high right here to the low right here. And we have a daily level right above that. So if we come above this value area high, we get a deviation of this range into this golden pocket, into this daily level, that would offer a pretty nice short trade potentially. I don't really have a Elliott wave count that kind of aligns with this happening right now, but that could still offer a nice trade, just kind of assuming that we kind of stay in this range for the time being, and we just kind of keep going up, down within this range. Then this would be offering a nice long down here at the weekly level, and this would be offering a nice short up here at the daily level into this golden pocket. So that's basically what I wanted to show you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next video and in the Discord server. Take care. Bye.